West Chiltington is a village and civil parish in the Horsham district of West Sussex, England. It lies on the Storrington to Broadford Bridge Road, 2.6 miles north of Storrington. The parish covers an area of 1,733 hectares. In the 2001 census, 3,315 people lived in 1476 households, of whom 1,383 were economically active. Places of worship. St. Mary's Church is the Grade I-listed Anglican parish church. Sport. The village has football and croquet teams and is home to West Chiltington and Thacombe Cricket Club. Not all sports are played at the village's recreation ground next to the village hall. There is also a flourishing tennis club also adjacent to the recreation ground. West Chiltington Golf Club is another sporting enclave within the parish village band. West Chiltington Silver Band was formed in 1908 by landscape gardener and Salvation Army bandsman Mr. Juden of West Chiltington. He formed the band with Mr. P. Slater, a builder, and Mr. Edwin Pullen, a wheelwright, who lent them £20 to buy some instruments. Mr. Pullen went to London, toured the music shops, and returned home with enough instruments for all 10 members. Ed Pullen didn't actually play an instrument but used to walk in front of the band carrying the flag. Most of the players had no idea of music when they joined, but by Christmas of 1908 they were proficient enough to give the first performance. They gave a concert of hymns and carols under the leadership of Mr. Juden, who remained the conductor for the next 5 years. Mr. Nash followed him as conductor, and then by Mr. Chatfield, who remained for 20 to 30 years until 1950. The band started to enter competitions in 1930 and competed in the Brighton Music Festival. On only its second attempt it won a second prize. Many more prizes were to follow in the coming years, hence the name Silver Band, due to the amount of silverware they won. The band's silver instruments were to come later. The band owes much to a local family, the Slaters. Phil Slater and his eldest son Albert were founder members, and there were 4 other Slater brothers who also played. Between them they played cornet, tenor, horn, baritone and trombone, and were later joined by other members of the families. Albert took on the role of conductor in 1950 and also taught ex-conductor Doug Golds to play. The last Slater to play in the band was Reg, son of Fred, one of the original brothers. He left in the early 90s. Doug Golds is now the longest-serving member of the band. He joined in 1945 when he was 12 and was given a cornet to practice on, which he had to share with another boy, Jimmy Weeks. They had it for a week each, but Doug got fed up with not being able to practice enough that he asked what else he could play. He was given an old, dilapidated tenor horn, much in need of attention, and has been playing the tenor ever since. Doug has had a good spell in front of the band too, stepped into the breach after the sudden retirement of Tony Deacon. In September 2006 the band recruited Annette Clifford as conductor and musical director. July 2008 marked the band's centenary. Vineyards. West Chiltington is unusual in the south of England in that within its parish boundaries it has 3 established vineyards. Friars is tiny and not well known outside the village. Nutbourne is more well known locally and is gradually changing its grape varieties from Germanic types to French ones, but the vineyard of international fame is Nyetimber. Nyetimber is based on an old manor which reputedly was part of the dowry of Anne of Cleves when she married Henry VIII. The first vintage in 1992 was chosen for the Queen's Golden Jubilee dinner. It has recently expanded substantially so that second growths are now in place. The second growth vineyards are located between Petworth and Midhurst. The first growth 2003 was crowned champion of worldwide sparkling wines by the Italian wine magazine New Posia using a blind tasting test. The 2000 2003 vintage has won 6 awards to date, including the Uposia Award, the latest being a silver medal at the Decanter World Wine Awards 2010. Notable people: Alex Adair, DJ, producer and remixer; Maddie Hinch, Olympic gold medal winning hockey player; H.C. McNeil, author; Hamlets. The following additional villages are located in the parish: Balls Green, Broadford Bridge,